The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Powerful Lessons in Personal Change, by Stephen R. Covey. Introduction. Stephen R. Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is a fascinating guide to becoming a more successful and prosperous individual. It offers a comprehensive framework for developing healthy habits that can transform your life. We've summarized the entire book for you in a quirky and engaging way. So, let's dive into the world of highly effective people and unravel their secrets to success. And remember, sarcasm and humor are our secret weapons to keep you hooked. So, let's get started with habit number 1. Habit 1. Be proactive. The first habit of highly effective people. Being proactive is not just about taking the initiative, it's about taking responsibility for your own life. No more blaming external factors for your behavior. It's time to own up to your choices. Reactive folks are driven by their emotions, while proactive individuals are driven by their values. External circumstances may cause pain, but that doesn't mean your inner character has to be damaged. So, focus your efforts on the things you have control over instead of playing the blame game. Just imagine the power you'll feel when you make a commitment to yourself and actually stick to it. And hey, I've got a pro tip for you. Try a 30-day proactivity test, where you make small commitments and actually follow through on them. I promise, it'll do wonders for your sense of self. So, go ahead. Be proactive. Take control of your life, and embrace the power of choice. They say it's the first step towards greatness. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. The famous habit that sounds straight out of a motivational poster. But don't worry, it's not as cheesy as it sounds. This habit is all about envisioning your funeral. Yeah, you heard me right. Picture yourself lying there in a coffin, with all your loved ones gathered around, shedding a tear or two. Now, ask yourself, what do you want them to remember you for? What do you want them to say about your achievements? And most importantly, what difference did you make in their lives? This exercise might sound morbid, but Covey believes it's a powerful way to identify your core values and set meaningful goals. It helps you prioritize what truly matters to you and avoid getting caught up in the daily trivialities. After all, life is short, and you don't want to be remembered for binge-watching Netflix or scrolling endlessly through social media. So, take a moment to reflect on what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. What impact do you want to make? Once you have a clear vision in mind, it becomes easier to align your actions with your long-term goals. And hey, who knows? Maybe one day your funeral will be the most epic celebration of a life well lived. Habit 3. Put first things first. Now that we've covered the importance of being proactive and beginning with the end in mind, it's time to dive into the third habit of highly effective people: putting first things first. This habit is all about prioritization and time management. Covey suggests that we should focus on the most important things in our lives and make them a priority. Seems like common sense, right? Well, you'd be surprised at how many of us get caught up in the mundane and trivial tasks and end up neglecting the things that truly matter. But fear not, my fellow overwhelmed and easily distracted souls. Covey provides a handy tool called the Time Management Matrix to help us get our priorities straight. It's basically a fancy grid that categorizes activities into 4 quadrants. Important and urgent. Important but not urgent. Not important but urgent. Not important and not urgent. The aim is to spend more time in quadrant 2, where the important but not urgent tasks reside. These are the activities that contribute to our long-term goals, personal growth, and relationships. The problem is, we tend to get sucked into quadrants 1 and 3, dealing with urgent but not always important tasks like answering emails or attending unnecessary meetings. So, how do we shift our focus to quadrant 2 and put first things first? Covey suggests creating a weekly schedule where you allocate time specifically to these important but not urgent tasks. This includes activities like exercising, spending quality time with loved ones, working on personal projects, or investing in self-improvement. But let's be real here, sticking to a schedule and saying no to distractions is easier said than done. We live in a world full of distractions, from the constant ping of notifications to the never-ending to-do lists that haunt us in our sleep. Well, maybe not literally, but close enough. To combat these distractions, Covey recommends practicing self-discipline and regularly reviewing your priorities. Ask yourself if the task at hand aligns with your values and goals. And don't be afraid to delegate or eliminate tasks that don't serve a purpose. In a nutshell, putting first things first means taking control of your time and focusing on the things that truly matter. It's about setting boundaries, managing your energy, and making conscious choices that align with your values and long-term goals. So, put down that never-ending to-do list for a moment and ask yourself, am I really putting first things first? Habit 4. Think win-win. The land of compromise and collaboration. This habit encourages you to seek mutually beneficial solutions that result in a win for both parties involved. It's a beautiful concept, really. Who wouldn't want both sides to walk away feeling like they've won? In a world filled with competition and cutthroat tactics, it's refreshing to know that there's an alternative. Covey suggests that win-lose scenarios only breed resentment and animosity, while win-win situations foster trust and long-term relationships. But let's be real here for a minute. We all know that not every situation can end in a win-win. Sometimes, we have to accept that there will be losers, whether we like it or not. However, the key is to approach every situation with a win-win mindset, even if the outcome isn't ideal. So, when faced with a challenging negotiation or a difficult decision, remember to think win-win. Don't be a bulldozer and steamroll your way through. Instead, find a solution that benefits both parties. Trust me, it'll make life a whole lot easier and maybe even earn you some brownie points along the way. And who doesn't love brownies? Habit 5. Seek to understand first, before making yourself understood. The golden rule of communication: understand before you make a complete fool of yourself. Covey encourages us to listen first and understand others' perspectives before jumping in with our own opinions. Revolutionary, I know. But sadly, not everyone follows this advice. In today's fast-paced world, we're all itching to share our brilliant ideas and prove how genius we are. But guess what? Others might have insights that are equally, if not more brilliant. By taking the time to genuinely understand others, we create an environment of trust and respect. So let's ditch our ego-wrapped minds for a minute and practice active listening. Show genuine interest, ask questions, and don't interrupt like a possessed jack-in-the-box. Your turn to speak will come, but trust me, taking the time to understand first will make your words carry more weight. Remember, seeking to understand doesn't mean you need to agree with everyone, but it sure helps to have a broader perspective before engaging in a friendly debate. Plus, it's always satisfying to watch the puzzled look on someone's face when they realize you actually listened to them. Let's move on to the next habit. Habit 6. Learn to synergize. Synergy, the magical word that instantly transports us to a land of rainbows and unicorns. Well, not exactly, but it does have its own charm. So, what the heck is synergizing anyway? It's the art of teamwork. It's the power of collaboration, where the whole truly becomes greater than the sum of its parts. In this habit, Stephen Covey teaches us to appreciate diversity and to embrace the fact that we are all different. No, seriously, we're all snowflakes, unique and special in our own way. And when we combine our strengths and work together, wonders can happen. Synergizing is not just about gathering around a campfire and singing Kumbaya. It's about actively listening to others, understanding different perspectives, and finding creative solutions that benefit everyone involved. It's about valuing teamwork over individual glory and creating win-win situations. So, let's synergize, people. Let's come together, put our heads together, and create something amazing. Let's build bridges instead of walls, and let's make collaboration the new cool kid on the block. After all, teamwork makes the dream work, right? Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. The final habit. It's like putting the cherry on top of a cake or sprinkling fairy dust on a plain old pumpkin. Habit 7 is all about taking care of yourself so that you can bring your best game to the table. And don't worry, I'm not talking about actual saws here. We're not going to start a DIY project. Although, that could be fun too. Sharpen the saw is about renewing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because let's face it, we all need a little TLC sometimes. Covey suggests that by focusing on these 4 dimensions, we can achieve a more balanced and fulfilled life. The physical dimension includes things like exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So, go ahead and sweat it out at the gym. Nourish your body with healthy meals. Occasional pizza is totally fine too. And get those beauty sleep hours in. Next up, the mental dimension. This one's all about stimulating your brain cells. Engage in activities that challenge you intellectually, like reading books. No, memes don't count. Learning new skills, or even solving puzzles. It's like a mental workout, but without the sweaty gym clothes. Now it's time to get in touch with your emotions. The emotional dimension focuses on nurturing your relationships and expressing your feelings. Spend quality time with loved ones, be kind to yourself, and don't forget to let those tears flow during a heart-touching movie. Embracing emotions is a win-win. Last but not least, the spiritual dimension. No, we're not talking about joining a cult. This dimension is all about finding your purpose and connecting with something greater than yourself. It could be through meditation, prayer, or even spending time in nature. Whatever floats your spiritual boat. The 7 habits of highly effective people. It's like a recipe for success and personal growth. By being proactive, beginning with the end in mind, putting first things first, thinking win-win, seeking to understand first before making yourself understood, learning to synergize, yes, it's a word, and sharpening the saw, you'll be well on your way to becoming a highly effective individual. Now go forth and conquer the world with your newfound habits. And remember, success is just a habit away. Conclusion. Conclusion. In a nutshell, Stephen R. Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, offers valuable insights and practical advice for personal growth and success. From being proactive to sharpening the saw, each habit is designed to empower individuals to take control of their lives and become more effective in all areas. So, whether you're struggling with personal development or simply want to enhance your productivity, incorporating these habits into your daily life can lead to remarkable results. Remember, it's not just about reading the book, but actually putting these habits into action that will make the difference. Now go out there and be highly effective. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.